Good night, everyone. Today is Thursday, August 21st, 25, around 10:30 New York time. Guys, the summer trade keep going. I mean, technically we got about 2 more weeks for summer, but it's amazing. All right. So let's start with the dollar index right here. What we see in the dollar index is that we got this trend line that comes from the high here, and that trend line looks like it's gonna be tested, and we believe that due to the fact that the contraction that we have in the price right here between the areas of 74.50 and 73.60 area, we are assuming, and since yesterday we say that it was possible that we are in some type of triangle. Okay, let's wait. It looks like, seeing that what the market is doing today in Asia, it looks like that's the case, and that the shopping is gonna keep going. The summer shop is gonna keep going. That's being the case. We're gonna see the dollar testing lower again to around 73.70, getting back and test the trend line around 74.25 before it break lower. Tomorrow is a very important day for the fundamental guys, because there is some meeting like a Jason Hall, I believe it is, when they're gonna be some announcement for the Federal Reserve. So be aware of that, guys. But well, being this a three-way without making a new low, we are assuming that at some moment the dollar is gonna break lower before the recovery on the dollar. All right, that's what we see on the dollar. Now, if we go to the dollar and the small time frame, this is how it looks like. We went over, I recommend to everyone to check on the forum today how we cover any legs of this triangle, and we got 3, 3, 3, and this is what we are spreading. We are spreading a moving tree. You see how it tests the trend line right here. We're spreading another test of the trend line around the 74.20 before testing lower, and then the dollar it needs to drop in another leg in 3 ways technically to end the whole move to the downside. All right, now oil, it dropped today, but the drop is questionable, so we're laboring as a 1-2, but I want you guys to be aware that the drop is very questionable there. Now let's move on pretty fast to the individual pairs, guys. Okay, guys, on the individual pairs, let's start with the euro dollar. I mean, we took the diagonal scenario out, which is good. We took one out, and we still can be in this bullish triangle, or we can be in a secondary bullish triangle when we got A, B, C, W, S, and then from here, from the trough, we need 3 ways move in the euro, ideally to the 42.21 area, 47.21 area as a target. That's ideally, guys. Only a break of 42.50 and also a break of this trend line is gonna be seen as a bearish scenario, but enough to see 3-way higher, 3-way down, and 3-way high without breaking the high for me to see to know that this is not the top, that we're gonna go higher. Another scenario is 3 ways down, a triangle right here, and then 3 backs, 3 downs as a possible WSY left to around 137 before we're going higher. Amazing. Look, that shopping is amazing. At least until, I would say, the beginning of July, we got movement in the market. After that, it's been a tight range between 145, I would say 140, 141, and we don't see nothing else than up and downs with a tight range. Right? That's on the euro. What we're spreading higher to around 44.70 again, lower to around 43.50, and then higher to 47. That's the primary count. Now, looking around the market, Let's start with the dollar CAD. The dollar CAD, this is getting too big to be a wave form. You cannot force issues. I mean, if you take a look at the FIBO time, it's been already. Let me activate all this. It passed already the 2% of the time that took wave 1, 2, and 3, and it's around the 225%. It's too big to be a wave form. So, two scenarios with the dollar CAD. Either this is a B-wave triangle. If it's a B-wave triangle, it's down. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the recovery right here, it looks corrective. So being corrective, the recovery looking corrective, is telling me that we need a leg down, and then the triangle goes like A, and then A, B, C, D, E, and we're gonna see lower tomorrow. That goes pretty well with the euro loan and with the dollar structure. Measures that we can see around 96.73 or lower. Now, what happened? That as a waiver, you guys know me, I don't force issue like many people do. For me, this decline is a three-way. So we need to see the dailies and the weekly to see how it is possible that this is the low, and then we're gonna go higher, and this is W, and then this is a B-way triangle, or this is 1 and this is 2. But I think that the dollar CAD can trade lower to around, I would say ideally, if it's a B-way, around 96.34. If it's extended a little, 95.45, and then can create like a triangle in the waveform on the dailies, something like this, and then before going higher, lower, and the dollar CAD. Now, the most important pair for me tonight in the market is cable, the pound dollar. Why? Because believe it or not, it's the clearest structure, and it's hard to say that about cable, but believe it or not, it's the clearest structure in the market. Why do I say that? Because from this high, you can see 1, 2, 3 ways. When wave 3 goes in 5 ways, the world subdivided, and then we are now in a proposal wave 4, or we are going higher. The proposal wave 4 should find resistance around 63.30 or 63.77. What happened there is that if cable does this, that's gonna create a temporary low for the US dollar. That's gonna create a temporary low from the US dollar, because after 5 here, we need this minimum. And then if cable is following the 2010 structure, when it made 3 down and it tested high, then cable is said to go down and test 150. So I'm checking cable as an indicator, as I always do, to check the most clear structure in the market. For me, the most clear structure in the market tonight is cable. My indicator system is telling me that it's possible that we're gonna get the new low. So let's keep that in mind. That can be a huge clue for the future of the dollar trade. Now, the EURCAD, very interesting. We've been calling all week that the EURCAD is about to top. It looks like a top and a truncation ending diagonal wave 5 here. Now, very important, we need to see right here the structure of this leg, and then see from there what it is. Because I see signals around the market calling for euro strength, guys. I gotta be honest with you. I'm sorry, for euro weakness. For that, I'm gonna show you the EURCAD in 1 hour. And then we're gonna go to the candle so you guys see it better. Put it there. Now, what you got? Let's say that you got a flat. You cannot have a flat because in order for this being a B wave flat, you need to have 5 waves from here. And from there, what you got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or A, B, C, or A, B, C, W, Y, A, B, C at the 42 area that we mentioned last night, and it looks the 3-way here was a truncation. Now from there, what you got, this is what it matters the most, is the structure from here, as clear as the water, a 5-way move to the decline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The recovery looks corrective. Putting on the other side, we see divergence on the last high. So it's very probable that the EURCAD top, and then that means that the euro is gonna be weaker than the CAD. It's spreading. You're spreading that this is a contrarian signal to the higher euro. So that's what I said, guys. We need to be very careful. Tonight is a very important time. I believe that tomorrow we're gonna get a lot of definition around the market. I mean, what we see is the EURCAD saying that it topped already, because this is the low right here, right? You got 3, 3, 3, and then until here everything is right, but this break right here to the downside is possible to be a top as a truncation wave 5, and that means, because if the EURCAD is gonna drop, most likely the euro dollar won't get higher. It means that it's stopping, or it means that it's gonna go lower to 142 or something. Let's wait, because the only scenario here is calling from here 3 and then 3. But what about this? Unless that this was wave 1 of the diagonal, and then this is wave 2 of the diagonal. That's another scenario which is possible, right? You got 1 and 2. That's very, I mean, that's possible. And then you gotta wait and see. Like I say, we haven't traded that much over all week. Why it matters to wait one more day. And finally, let's take a look at gold. Gold has rebounded pretty hard from the lows, as we forecast that we say that gold is gonna bounce and make a new high. A new print right here about in gold about 1774. We make 5 waves from the lows, meaning that this was a 3-way move, and meaning that gold is gonna make, like we've been saying all along, it's gonna test higher. I want you guys to understand, it's pretty close, and then it's gonna go lower and it's gonna go higher. And finally, S&P, yen, the yen pairs, the yen is being weak, as we knew that it's gonna be weak, and expecting yen strength pretty soon right there. Now finally, the S&P back very strong from the 76.4 area that we mentioned yesterday, and now we're expecting S&P to be back tomorrow in 3-way to around 1180 before dropping. Now guys, very important for tonight, what you need to watch: cable. If cable bounce from 1633 or 1677 and make a new low, that means 5-way from the high. That means the dollar is gonna get strong. EURCAD, very important. It can be a truncation, meaning that the euro top. Now that I'm talking about the euro, let me show you the euro pound. On the euro pound, we believe that the euro pound is looking for 88.64, and it's gonna drop. Also saying that the euro group as a group is about to find a temporary top. I can show you guys right here the euro index the Euro index on the daily. And guess what, guys? 1 second. Look, the Euro index, this is a three-way move, and the print that we need about this high that was 108, 109.49 is already in place. So the Euro index, and I would say this, the Euro as a group is about to get weak, right? The Euro as a group is about to get weak. That's the message that I'm getting for all the pairs. The only issue that I have is that the euro dollar is only showing one possible weak stroke to higher degree from current levels, which is, I think that nobody had mentioned that, but it's very possible. Let me look at it. Like I say, is this a scenario when you got WSY, this become W like it is right here in black or higher degree, and then this is your S wave when you got ABC bad, and that decay is gonna test lower 142.50, is gonna trade higher again 144, and then it's gonna drop. That's the bearish or the counts, because this is corrective, this is corrective, and this is corrective. So I believe that any drop at the moment is gonna be topped around, it's gonna be bottom around 142 before going higher. All right, that's what I see for tonight, guys. Cable and EURCAD, very important pairs for tonight.